One app has surged to #1 in the health category on the Apple iStore, and that app is Yuka.
This food scanning app is scaring big food. RFK Jr. loves it. But is it a truth teller or a tyrant?
Yetis, funny thing Jack and I have noticed. From Campbell's Soup to Kellogg, there is one thing all the big food brands are afraid of right now, and who is it, Jack?
Yuka.
Yuka.
Y-U-K-A. They got 68 million users. Here's how it works. You whip out your phone, scan a picture of a barcode, and boom. The food is scored on a scale of 0 to 100 in terms of its healthiness.
And my dad loves doing this, even though he's eating like cake.
I'm shocked your dad uses this app.
It's like a party trick for him. I think it's the only app he uses. But Jack, like, what would you see if you used this? Like if you did Ritz crackers scanned on the Yuka app?
Ritz crackers got a 0 out of 100. I know, there's too many additives, it's too salty, it's too caloric, and a bit too fatty, according to the Yuka app.
Okay, what about something like Quaker old-fashioned oats? Like something really wholesome.
It got a 100 out of 100. Those are just rolled oats. There's no additives. There's nothing in there. It's just oats.
Now, interestingly, the Yuka app has expanded beyond the food category because there was just such demand for this.
For example, CeraVe facial cleanser got a 13 out of 100 because of parabens.
Or Coterie baby wipes. They got a 96 out of 100 because they got just 2 ingredients, wipes and water.
Jif peanut butter basically got an F- on Yuka.
That hurts, Jack.
The app actually suggests that you buy Smucker's organic peanut butter instead.
Yeah.
Because that's just 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt.
My Skippies feels judged. But Yetis, we dove in T-Boy style, and Yuka is based in France, has 68 million users, and 1/3 of them are in America.
And those users are a crowdsourcing legion of grocery store detectives who scan every product before tossing it into the cart.
But besties, here's the wildest part about the Yuka food analysis app.
Big Food isn't just scared of what grade they're going to get from Yuka. They're actually changing their products because of Yuka.
Okay, we'll explain. First, the Yuka business model. They don't do ads for what appears like editorial reasons.
They won't let companies advertise their product on the app because that could affect the score that they give them.
Basically, they make money on a paid version of the app or also book sales, and they also offer a calendar that shows you when vegetables are fresh, which are not things you typically see in an app.
But the app also includes a button to send a request to the food company to remove certain bad ingredients.
And this feature is why Yuka has had such an outsized cultural impact.
Hey, Jif, please remove the monodiglycerides. I don't mind if the oil separates in my peanut butter.
Actually sends an email to the company. In fact, companies like Chobani have now changed their product's ingredients because they got so many of these Yuka email requests.
Yuka users complained that Chobani's oat milk included an additive, so Chobani found a way to remove that additive.
And it's not just Chobani. Campbell's Soup also changed their recipe to a product because the Yuka users sent them so many emails.
68 million Yuka users. They're scattered across the world. But that one button with feedback created massive market pressure.
So Jack, what's the takeaway for our buddies Yuka-ing over at Yuka?
This is an example of populist regulation.
Yeti's interesting quote from the CEO of Yuka. She said that regulations can be very slow to change.
And we saw this in a story we covered on our show, red dye. We knew decades ago that red dye was bad, but it only got banned by the FDA this year.
However, consumers are now getting companies to change by using market forces through the Yuka app.
Companies are making changes, regulating themselves basically, because of consumer pressure from Yuka.
And now, Yetis, Jack, and I should point out, when a government regulates, they do it after years of science and careful implementation.
Yuka is effectively making regulation happen too, but less scientifically vetted and much faster.
So add it all up, and Yuka is basically acting like the people's FDA.
We call this populist regulation.